All right, how's it going, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Abode Live. We are down here at the office. I am not from the house this time. We're gonna go through the office real quick, and today we have Shelley Heck coming on today, and it's gonna be a good conversation. She's gonna talk about alternative buying scenarios that she's been through or seen in this market, because as you know, the market is really competitive right now, especially in the sub 500 range, even in the $500,000 range. The market's really competitive right now as well for buyers, and then for sellers, they're having a good time because houses are selling. What's up, Shelley? So Shelley, hold tight. I'm gonna go through the office while we wait and get some people in here. So here we go. Let's go check out what's going on in the office here. So, I just had to file a complaint to the owners. There's Colleen. She's in the same spot. Oh, we didn't even talk about Colleen's new do. Look at that. New do for Colleen. We like it. It's gotten a resounding... This is the first time I've ever seen you speechless with nothing to say. We got Christine and Heidi over here. Or no, I'm sorry, Heidi's over here. Holly's over here. What are y'all working on?
Marketing.
Y'all are working on marketing.
Marketing.
Bringing a tear to my eye right now.
Oh, really?
So excited.
Get used to it, Holly. Get used to it.
I'm blushing.
Yeah. Is that a nice hoodie? That's cool.
Something I picked up.
Where'd you get that? That's great. That's cool. How's it going? We got Heidi Hurst and the Heidi Hurst team.
Hi, Dave Jones.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you today?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
This is new energy in here. I like it. It feels good.
New energy.
New energy.
Earlier.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're live.
My Northwest MLS call.
Oh, okay, cool. So, all right, that's what's happening down here at the office. So, Shelley, we're gonna get you in here real quick, and we'll talk about buyer scenarios. I'm actually excited to talk about this because Shelley's gonna have some good stuff. Let me get it set up in here. All right, Shelley, you ready to go? Let's get you in here. Hold tight. That kind of looks weird. I don't want that thing hanging off my face, my ear. Anyway, how's it going? We got a couple people. K Batista 14, how you doing? While we're waiting here. So, looking at the numbers again, like things are for sellers, like I was saying before, for sellers in all markets, it's actually really going really well. How's it going?
Hi. I feel like right when you walked in that room, it got slow. Your connection slowed down.
The minute I got in this room?
Uh-huh.
So maybe I should...
It took me a while to connect.
Like, I see you just fine.
You do? Okay, good.
Do you see me not very good now?
You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I should go...
We can just keep this rolling until you break up again.
I
don't know.
Screw it. Let's go. Duke and Holmes, what's going on? You know what? I did the last one. I did another one in here. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. All right, hold up.
Okay. All right.
We're going to the front room. Here we go. Abode Live people. We're going to the front room, and I can't see.
Going on the road.
We're going on the road. All right. I can talk and walk and chew gum at the same time. So how's it going? What's new with you?
Oh, it's good. I'm just working from home all day today. I have a new listing going live here as soon as I get photos back.
Oh, really?
Kind of waiting on that. Yeah, so I've just been working on that today and had our morning meeting with all of you Abodies this morning online. So on Zoom. It's always a good day.
There's Rachel.
Yeah. Oh, Rachel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Holly and Aaron in the office yet since they became Abodies.
Holly's here today.
I saw that. She's working with Christine, right? On some marketing magic.
I think you're killing me. You're killing the game with your background right now. I'm trying to compete. All right, so.
I know. It's kind of moody right now.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. It makes me feel really like relaxed.
Well, it's kind of
Uh,
rainy. It's rainy and gray out right now, so I just kind of wanted to have the same vibe
yeah,
with my
for those
coffee.
watching, why I take my mask off and on is because when we move through the office, we're expected to have masks on, and then when we sit down or you're working or whatever, you can take your mask off as well too. It's kind of like a restaurant, same thing. All right. Hey, what's up, Kelsey? How you doing? So anyway, let's talk about alternative buyer scenarios. So that was what the initial, like what we are going to talk about before the internet wanted to play games.
Yeah.
But what, like, tell me about, I don't know, let's just jump into it. Like, what
Okay.
types of scenarios are we talking about? We talk about alternative buying and purchasing scenarios. What do we, like,
Well, so I guess, this year I've been privileged enough to see some really cool scenarios of buyers helping buyers and family members. And I would say like the last, well, three transactions in the last couple months where I had these first time buyers. They're amazing. I worked with them for a while. It's a new home. It was a Lennar home.
okay.
And they decided to, after searching, and we looked at a lot of homes, they finally landed on getting a Lennar multi-gen home, where Lennar has these homes where they build the home, then there's like a mother-in-law attached to it, because the family was helping them, the buyers, to get their very first home. Well,
Okay.
these
So
guys, yeah, and they're like, well, we want to be closer to you. We're too far apart. This road
yeah,
is nuts. We want to be closer. We want you guys to get into a new home. You got a baby come in.
was
And
all,
so
was
they just,
all of this a result of COVID? Like, was this all just coming down, like, right? Did they
yeah,
just
so
come to this conclusion right this year as this all hit?
COVID was starting. This was like beginning of the year for these guys. And
Okay.
then, it took a while because it was a new home build. And my clients were actually interviewed by Lennar because
Oh,
we toured the model home. We were the very first people to tour the model home right when the new guidelines dropped
oh,
for
okay.
showing homes.
So you got them out
So
there. You were like on it. Like the minute phase
yeah,
two came into play, boom, you're in.
yeah.
Or
So they're
was that
yeah,
even
they're so
before
great.
that?
Like, what's that?
Was that even before that? Remember we were phase like 1.5-ish or whatever, but we were essential. We were deemed essential, so then we like could,
I think this was back in March, and
yeah,
then they
like we,
closed. They closed in July.
yeah, like we couldn't even open
And,
the office at that point in time.
right,
Okay.
right, yep. And then, so yeah, God, it feels like forever ago. Like I feel like
Who are you telling?
I
Like, oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
what did that actually happen? Was that
It really happened.
this hasn't always been like this?
Right.
Because it feels like it. So that was a really cool scenario. So the parents sold their home, they moved out here, they're all moved in now, and
Yeah.
but they wanted to be close together. They wanted to be close to their family and not be so spread apart, like with all of this going down.
Yeah. So with
Um,
these Lennar homes, with the Lennar homes, is that like, so you said there's a multi-generational side or whatever to the home. Is that like attached to the house or is it
yeah,
an ADU type?
it, it's attached to the home, and it
Okay.
has a separate entrance and a separate cute little yard,
Oh,
separate kitchenette, everything on the
hey,
inside, little stackable
I
washer and
like
dryer.
that.
And you can enter from the little mother-in-law. Well, I shouldn't call it just mother-in-law because both parents live there.
Hmm.
You can enter the house through that way, but you can also lock it so there's separation and privacy. And then, yeah, I mean, it was actually really cool. And it was
Yeah.
one of, it's Lennar's kind of newer at that time floor plan.
Hmm.
So, and
That's
then,
smart.
so it was great, and not everybody can live with their parents,
Yeah. I mean,
but sorry if you're watching, mom and dad. But yeah, this worked out really well. And then there was another scenario just recently where my clients, Anna and Haley, they're a married couple. They wanted to buy their first home,
yeah.
and the parents were like, we're all the way out in Issaquah. We want to be closer to you guys, and we want you guys. So they helped them to buy their first home, and
Okay.
they just sold their home in Issaquah, and they just closed on their new home to be closer to their girls.
Okay. So,
So
so was this, so is, who are the buyers in this situation?
the buyers are Anna and Haley.
Okay.
They're
Anna and
married,
Haley. buyers.
Yep. Both teachers in the Tacoma School District, really sweet ladies. I
Oh,
love them.
oh, no
Yeah.
way. You know what's funny?
Yes.
No way.
Go
The
ahead.
funniest thing about this, and man, this is so funny. We had the conference, and I said, oh yeah, that's right. I don't know if I told you this, but
Ann texted me.
yeah. So I was like, Ann,
Yep.
was that a referral or something? Like, how did? And she was like, no,
Yep.
that wasn't a referral. I was like, no way, small world. So for those
Oh,
people watching, we're like having this inside joke conversation without telling people. So,
I know.
um, so basically,
Figure it out.
Anna, or Anna or Anna? I just call her Miss
Anna.
So
Anna.
Anna is our son Taylor's teacher, fifth grade teacher,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that you were working with them. And so I'm doing a file review, and I'm like, Sarah, that's the teacher's name. I thought that can't be the same person. So then yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
see many Sayers in there, So yeah, so then I just checked, and I was like, oh, and I made two and two, and then I didn't know that I thought it was referral, but it wasn't. It's just a small
Yeah.
world. And then our conference, she was just singing your praises, saying that you were awesome, and she's so great.
Yeah.
Just good people.
Yeah, really, truly. And I mean, her wife Haley is also a teacher too. And I mean, I just love that I know them
Yeah,
in life
yeah,
right now. Like they're just
they're great people.
Yeah.
She's a great
And
teacher too. It's awesome.
she was
It's
actually
awesome.
texting me. She was like, I'm in a conference right now with Ann.
Yeah, yeah.
So, whoop, there we go. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
so that
so
was
now
really
I have
scenario.
context
So
now. Okay.
yeah, so they moved to University Place. They bought a home in University Place.
Okay.
And that was, their parents helped. It was Anna's parents. And so Anna's parents were like, well, we want to be closer to you guys. We don't want to live all the way out in Issaquah.
Yeah.
So they sold their house super fast in Issaquah and ended up buying a house in Lakewood. So now everybody's
Nice.
close together. They just closed and moved in last weekend, actually. So,
That's
and
cool.
I love it because I haven't seen this, I know I'm in my fourth year going into my fifth year of real estate. So it's not like I've gone through ups and downs of our economy and seen all of it, like Anne and Heidi and everyone else who's been in it that long. But I can just see people changing how they live their lives right now and how they want to live in their home to be closer, or maybe to make, or maybe to get more separation.
Get away.
But it's changing. The dynamics are changing for how people want to live close to their family or not, or the towns that they want to live in. And it's just like, it's like people coming together to be like, hey, I want to help you buy a home. Like this market is cray cray, and these rates are so low, and we want to help you guys do this. And it's
almost like
really
free money right now.
What's that?
It's almost like free money right now, kind of.
Totally.
When we're talking about just the rates, I mean, obviously the prices are going up, but then you have more buying power at the same time. So it's almost, I don't want to say it's a wash all the way. It's not that, but it still does help a lot. I mean, to have those rates be just ridiculously low.
For sure. Yeah. Well, especially when we see, the home prices going up and the values going up. Not that we want to see them climb like crazy, because that's hurtful as well. But yeah, and then another different scenario, not family. There's this married couple that I met, and they were referred to me by Team Divas, who I love them. And actually, Anna and Haley were referred to me by Team Divas.
Oh, really?
As well.
They're just good people and good people. Like
they send me good people. Like I love the clients they send me.
Shout out to the Divas. I'll make sure we shout them out in the Yep.
So then so then Becca and Gabe look for a house, and they have a partner friend that lives in Portland, and they came together and they co-bought a home together. And I never got to meet Amy from Portland until the day we did the walkthrough on their home. Oh,
really?
It was all video tour. And I tell you
what, that's crazy.
I feel like I could write a book on the houses that I showed with Becca and Gabe. I missed my time with them. I'm like, can we just go look at houses? It's so fun. But yeah, they finally found a house, and but they did that. you know, to get to Amy to come get here from Oregon, you know,
Yeah.
and now they all live in this beautiful home in SeaTac. And
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool.
That's
It's
cool.
just sweet to see people like just coming together and making it work and making it happen to be close and to get the home.
So you
So,
had all three of those in a row.
yeah, it was like boom, boom, boom.
Dang. Have you ever had any um, people come to you with those scenarios before, or were these like the three that kind of just stood out that were like, wow,
Yeah,
never seen this one before?
these are you mean with the three that just bought the home together? The
Yeah,
couple
or just the
together?
three scenarios that you just
The three,
discussed, or even just the ones that like,
yeah,
um, just because usually we think in terms of, oh, we have a person or two
yeah,
people that want to buy a house and either their significant other or whatever,
yeah,
but it's two normally, but now
yeah,
we're talking multi-generational families and homes, and
yeah.
I mean,
Where no, I haven't seen that, you know, not in my experience. That, you know, I'm kind of racking my brain and thinking through the past few years, but no. And it really stood out to me just because of, you know, the world that we live in our pandemic right now, and
same,
where
same.
yeah, people, I just kind of see it. People want to be closer. People have changed their mindset on where and how they live their lives.
Yeah,
And
and
I have talked to clients who want to downsize. They don't need the really, really big.
yeah,
And they just, yeah. So
it's
it's been cool.
it forced us to change our behaviors and our habits, and I think moving forward, it's going to be, it's not going to ever be like we talk about going back to normal, but I mean, after going through something like this, nothing's normal anymore. Like,
Yeah.
or what was normal pre. It's kind of like post and pre and post 9/11 type
Yeah.
deal, where we have a big major event and things change forever. Like our
Yeah.
security was more strict at the airports, like, and now we're just used to it. It just is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
but I think with this
I do
same thing,
think these are changes that are going to be forever. I mean, hopefully we don't have to wear masks forever, and, you know, we can be around our loved ones again, closer and,
right?
you know,
Well,
safer.
good news on the vaccine. I mean, that's good. So we have
Oh,
a
really?
vaccine.
Was my head under a rock? Did I miss something
No,
there?
so yesterday it was reported that they have a vaccine that has passed all trials and was about 90% effective
Wow.
on people. So, but it's not, we're far out from having it be widely available for everybody, but
Yeah.
they have something that works basically.
I
And
wonder
it's
if
gone
people
through all the
really,
trials.
I wonder if people are really going to want to even like jump on that bandwagon and be like, hey,
I'm
like,
not.
I mean, I wouldn't either, not right now, but I do know people who
Not right
will.
now, I'm good.
I'm just curious.
But
I'm like, how much
I'm
do you
excited
think
though.
to be like, let's
Yeah.
do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, closer.
I'll let other people do it and see what I mean, I'm not like totally, oh, no way, I'm not gonna, but I mean, I'm just not gonna like volunteer myself. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like if it's gonna be between me and being able to kind of do my thing and go play hoop again, it's like, cool, give me the
Yeah.
vaccine. Like, I want to play every week.
Yeah.
Like I need to go back to doing some of the things I used to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's all going on. But then I was going to ask another question, but we got on a tangent. What about you? How have your habits changed after like quarantine? Did you? Because me and Derek have been talking, and I don't know if you listen to Derek's new podcast, but it's actually really good.
No,
It's just
I pop in. I get some of them. I need to go through and
it's
listen.
reflective. It's a reflective one, and it's good because it's talking about the year and like, yeah, we've all been feeling like shit at some point in time, and some of us still, like it's been a tough year.
Yeah, it certainly has. Yeah.
So have you changed? What has changed about your daily routine or anything like that?
Well,
2020.
For me, like I'm very social. I like
Yeah.
to be around my people. And I would say the beginning of the year for most of us, it was really hard, except for those friends of mine who are always like introverts and they just were like, oh, thank God. Like, we
don't have to deal with
and I'm
shit.
like, come on. Yeah, I think I'm used to my circle of people that I see much smaller.
Yeah.
I am worried about the winter because it's easy to be outside. It's easy to be around people and stay safer. My neighbors where we're inside each other's homes all the time. And they're, some of my best friends. We haven't done that,
Yeah.
all year. We hang out in the patios. We'll hang out at a bonfire. So that has changed, and
Yeah.
I think it has changed. Like, I don't know if I'll ever go back to big crowds. I do miss concerts. I miss
Mm.
concerts, but I don't
Hmm.
know if I'll ever go back to like those big crowds because I don't know. You just kind of change, like what you were saying, like pre and post 9/11.
Yeah.
You just get used to a different way of life, and this year has, I think, just changed that. I don't really like to go out to eat all the time anymore. I
Yeah.
will go out to a restaurant once in a while, but even
You've
last
been
night,
cooking.
I've been, yes, yeah. Even last night, McKenna and I was like, do you guys even miss, like, do you miss going out to dinners? And she's like, not really,
Yeah.
not really. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't all the time. I miss my lunches with, people like Kylie and Holly and Aaron, like my Tuesday, Wednesday lunches.
Yeah.
I do miss those. But yeah, I think those are probably the biggest things that have changed. Just like to be
Yeah.
home a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. Rosie, how's it going, Rosie? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, if I think that's I agree. I think that what we do is going to change how we've even approached the business. Is going to we've had to figure out how we're going to pivot and figure out
Yeah.
new content.
Yeah.
Windermere's done a good job of pivoting on a business front, but socially and from a life perspective, yeah, it's just like I don't know.
I
We'll
think
see what the
we all have that one thing that we probably miss a lot that we'll go back to.
Yeah,
Like
for
you
me,
were
it's
just talking about hoops. Yeah. For
yeah,
me, I can't imagine not going to concerts,
yeah,
again and ever again. So I will be excited to do that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the
for sure.
going out to restaurants, and that kind of sucks to say too, because I love to support restaurants and local, and really I just love to eat. But it's, but yeah, so it's weird. Hopefully our restaurants and our local businesses will survive all of this.
I think I know we're thinking in present terms, but I think in terms of like moving forward and for the generation that's in school right now, they are going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what they found. What changed. Yes, I miss concerts. Yeah, Rosie
Yeah.
knows. I think for the generation that's in school right now, they're going to be a generation that innovates at such a. I'm really fascinated to see what they come up with based on their experience because we have kids like my son still doesn't know what it's like to be in high school and he's a freshman. He's
Right.
never been stepped foot inside a high school yet,
Right.
but he's in high school. And so then you have kids that were freshmen last year who have had more COVID high school experience than regular because they went the first semester, then kind of March hits, and the second
Yeah.
semester their high school career is done, and now they're going through another semester. So they've now had 2 semesters almost of COVID high school and one of regular. So they've
Yeah.
had more COVID high school than regular high school for sophomores in high school right now. So it's just like
It's
I don't
crazy to
know,
think
like it's
about.
got to be weird.
Yeah. I've never really thought about that part of it either. Like what our kids are going to come up with and how our kids will change,
Yeah,
our world moving forward just because of COVID.
just because of COVID.
Yeah.
They're gonna think of just different things because of what their experience was. Like that,
Yeah.
just it blows my mind. Like I'm so excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's actually a really good point. I never really even thought about that.
You know what else I'm excited about? I'm
What's that?
excited about doing business planning and reading all of your like whoever I get because we're gonna split everybody up. But I want to read the letters that we all wrote. I don't even know what I wrote. I'm just
Oh,
gonna read my letter
the letters that we wrote with
in January.
Marguerite.
No, or those ones too. If you have them, I don't know if you have them, but it'd be a good time to do
Oh.
that. We also wrote one in January after the new year, our first meeting. We wrote one.
Oh my gosh. And you have them all, right?
I have them all.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be fun.
how is that going down? Like what happens with that?
So that's business planning. So during a business planning, we'll have your letter ready for you.
Okay, so then you said we're all splitting up into different groups?
Well, yeah. Well, me and Ann you'll sign up with either me or Ann.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm excited about that. I haven't read any of them. I haven't read mine.
I wonder if I've done anything that I said I was going to do.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Oh man. Because that class that we did with Marguerite,
Yeah.
where she had us write a letter to ourselves 5 years from now.
Uh-huh.
That was probably one of the most insightful, like memorable things of this year for me because I still go back and read that once in a while. And
Yeah.
there's a couple things where I'm like, okay,
Yep.
and then there's a couple things I'm like, oh shit, I need to get on board and finish this. Yeah, this letter to myself, not the letter, but what I want to be, 5 years.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Well, you're on your way there. I think you're on your way there. You've been doing a good job this year, and obviously based on the stories that you've just told about the different buyers and like
yeah.
and you're only year 4, so you're doing great. You're gonna be fine.
Well, it was a rough start for so many of us at the beginning of the year, but like
Oh,
I have been so, I think the best part is just the people that I have met like in the last 6
yeah,
months
yeah.
that, yeah. And I can honestly say people are definitely these people that are friends of mine now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I basically have invited myself over to some of their houses for movie night, which
I've invited myself.
I have legit invited myself over to their house multiple times. One of them is like, we saved the spot as a shrine for Shelley when she comes over. I'm like,
That's so funny. That's comedy.
it's the best. Yeah.
That's
So
funny. What's up,
yeah.
Jessica Hart? All right, so yeah, where can people find you if they want to look for you or want to follow you
Okay.
or whatever?
So Shelley Heck Real Estate. You can find me on Instagram, Shelley Heck Real Estate, Facebook, although I'm on Instagram a lot more than I am on Facebook, but you can find me there. And then on our Windermere Abode website, you can find me there. You can Google me and find my Google business page.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
right.
where you can find me.
Well, thank you for joining Abode Live / Inside Abode. I don't know if this will be a podcast. It will be a podcast at some point in time. So anyway, thank you for joining.
For sure. Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
You too. We'll see you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right, so that was Shelley, and thank you all for joining. That wraps it up for today's Abode Live, and we will see y'all next week. I don't know who's going to be on, but it will be a surprise. But Tuesday, Thursday, probably Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, we'll stick with Tuesday afternoon for right now, I think. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Peace.